Texas, a name that evokes images of cowboys and cattle drives, of rugged landscapes and untamed wilderness. It's a place where the past and present collide, creating a unique tapestry of culture and history. Vast plains stretching as far as the eye can see, where the horizon seems to melt into the sky, creating a sense of endless possibility. And a spirit of independence as big as the sky itself, where every sunset paints a new story across the heavens. This land of legend steeped in history and folklore holds a certain allure for dreamers and adventurers alike. It's a place where the echoes of the past can still be heard in the whispering winds and the rustling leaves. From the bustling cities to the dusty backroads, Texas whispers tales of triumph and hardship, of dreams realized and dreams deferred, of a people shaped by the land they inhabit, their stories woven into the very fabric of this vast state. The stories of Texas are as diverse as its landscape, each one adding a unique thread to the rich tapestry of Texan heritage. We hear echoes of Spanish conquistadors and Native American tribes, their legacies etched into the land and culture, of pioneers forging new paths and outlaws seeking refuge under the wide-open sky, each one leaving their mark on the history of Texas. It's a history etched into the very soul of the state, a legacy passed down through generations, shaping the identity of Texans even today. A legacy passed down through generations, shaping the identity of Texans even today. It's a story of family, of heritage, and of a deep connection to the land. But beyond the well-trodden paths and familiar narratives lies another Texas, one hidden from the casual observer. It's a place of hidden trails and off-the-beaten-path locations where the true essence of Texas can be found. One hidden from the casual observer. It's in these forgotten corners, these pockets of quiet resilience, that the true heart of Texas beats strongest. It's in these forgotten corners, these pockets of quiet resilience, that the true heart of Texas beats strongest. It's here, in the most remote town, where we find a different kind of story unfolding. It's here, in the most remote town, where we find a different kind of story unfolding. A story of everyday people facing extraordinary challenges with unwavering determination. This is a story of everyday people facing extraordinary challenges. It's a story of hope and despair, of hardship and resilience, of the enduring human spirit thriving in the face of adversity. It's a story of hope and despair, of hardship and resilience, of the enduring human spirit thriving in the face of adversity. It's a story that reminds us that even in the most remote corners of this vast land, we are all connected by our shared humanity, of the enduring human spirit thriving in the face of adversity. It's a story that reminds us that even in the most remote corners of this vast land, we are all connected by our shared humanity. It's a story that reminds us that even in the most remote corners of this vast land, we are all connected by our shared humanity. In Texas, the land and its people are intertwined, each shaping and being shaped by the other, creating a legacy that endures through time. Finding this remote town is like searching for a hidden oasis in a sprawling desert. It's a journey that requires not just a map, but a sense of adventure and a willingness to embrace the unknown. The road to this secluded spot is not marked by grand highways or bustling intersections, but by quiet, winding paths that seem to lead to nowhere. Yet for those who dare to follow these trails, the reward is a glimpse into a world that feels untouched by time. It sits quietly on the map, a small dot dwarfed by the vastness that surrounds it. This tiny speck represents a community that thrives in isolation, a place where the hustle and bustle of modern life feels like a distant memory. Here, the landscape stretches out endlessly, a canvas of earth tones and open skies that invites introspection and a slower pace of life. Far from the bright lights and bustling highways, this town exists in a state of serene isolation. The sunsets here are a daily spectacle, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, casting long shadows over the empty streets. It's a place where the silence is almost tangible, wrapping around you like a comforting blanket, allowing you to hear your own thoughts more clearly. This isn't a place you stumble upon by accident. It requires intention and a desire to step away from the familiar. The signposts are few and far between, often weathered and barely legible, as if guarding the secrets of this hidden gem. But for those who seek it out, the journey itself becomes a part of the experience, a prelude to the discovery that awaits. It takes a deliberate turn off the beaten path, a willingness to venture into the unknown. The roads are less traveled, often unpaved and rugged, challenging both vehicle and spirit. Yet each bump and curve brings you closer to a place where the ordinary becomes extraordinary, where the journey is as significant as the destination. And it's precisely this isolation that drew me here. In a world that often feels overwhelmingly connected, I yearned for a place where I could disconnect and find solace in solitude. Standing alone in the vast desert landscape with the town just a distant speck on the horizon, I felt a sense of peace that is hard to find in the chaos of everyday life. I wanted to understand the rhythm of life in a place seemingly forgotten by time, to hear the stories whispered on the wind, to witness the resilience of the human spirit in its purest form. The people here have a quiet strength, a deep connection to the land and to each other, forged through years of living in harmony with their environment. Their stories are rich with history and wisdom, offering a glimpse into a way of life that is both simple and profound. There's a certain beauty in the town's remoteness. It's a beauty that is not immediately obvious but reveals itself slowly, like a well-kept secret. The natural surroundings are breathtaking, with vast open spaces that seem to stretch on forever, and a tranquility that soothes the soul. The town itself, with its modest buildings and unassuming charm, feels like a sanctuary from the outside world. The silence is profound, broken only by the rustling of the wind or the distant cry of a hawk circling overhead. It's a silence that encourages reflection, allowing you to connect with your surroundings on a deeper level. The natural sounds become a symphony, each note a reminder of the beauty and simplicity of life in this remote corner of Texas. The pace of life is slower here, dictated by the rising and setting sun rather than the demands of a clock. Each day unfolds with a gentle rhythm, allowing time for contemplation and appreciation of the small moments. The sunrises and sunsets are daily reminders of the passage of time, marking the beginning and end of each day with a quiet grace. It's a place where time seems to stand still, where the past and present coexist in a delicate balance. The old buildings with their weathered facades stand as silent witnesses to the passage of time, while the newer structures blend seamlessly into the landscape. This coexistence creates a unique atmosphere, where history is not just remembered, but lived every day. This is not a town of grand monuments or bustling tourist attractions. Instead, its charm lies in its simplicity, in the small details that tell the story of a community that values substance over style. The local shop, with its rustic appearance, is a gathering place for residents, a hub of activity where stories are shared and connections are made. Its beauty lies in its simplicity, in the raw, untamed landscape that surrounds it, in the quiet dignity of its people. The residents go about their daily routines with a sense of purpose and pride, their lives intertwined with the land they call home. It's a place where the human spirit is evident in every gesture, every interaction, a testament to the strength and resilience of those who choose to live here. It's a place that whispers its secrets slowly, revealing its truths to those patient enough to listen. The quiet moments, the subtle interactions, the unspoken understanding between residents and their environment, all of these elements come together to create a tapestry of life that is rich and meaningful. For those willing to take the time to truly see and hear, this remote town offers a profound and lasting connection to the heart of Texas. Life in this remote Texas town unfolds at a different pace. Here, the hustle and bustle of city life seem like a distant memory, replaced by a serene and unhurried existence. The air is filled with the scent of wildflowers and the sound of birdsong, creating a symphony that soothes the soul. It's a rhythm dictated by the seasons, each bringing its own unique beauty and challenges. Spring breathes new life into the land with blooming flowers and budding trees, while summer's warmth encourages long, lazy days spent outdoors. By the cycles of nature rather than the relentless tick-tock of modern life, autumn paints the landscape in rich hues of red and gold, and winter, though harsh, blankets the town in a peaceful, quiet stillness. Days begin with the sunrise, painting the vast sky in hues of orange and pink, a daily reminder of nature's artistry. The early morning light casts a golden glow over the fields, awakening the world to a new day, and end with the stars emerging like diamonds scattered across a velvet canvas. The night sky here is a spectacle, untainted by city lights, offering a breathtaking view of the cosmos. The people here are deeply connected to the land. They rise with the sun and work until it sets, their lives intertwined with the soil they till and the crops they grow. They understand its rhythms, respect its power, and find solace in its vastness. The land is both a provider and a teacher, offering lessons in patience, resilience, and humility. Their lives are intertwined with the natural world in a way that city dwellers might find hard to comprehend. Here, the boundaries between work and life blur, as every task is a step in the dance with nature. They are ranchers, farmers, and shopkeepers, each playing a vital role in the community's ecosystem. Their hands are calloused from labor, but their hearts are warm with the pride of their work. Their livelihoods dependent on the land's bounty. The harvests they gather and the goods they sell are not just products but the fruits of their labor and love. There's a strong sense of community here, a bond forged through shared experiences and mutual support. Festivals and gatherings are common, celebrating the milestones of life and the changing seasons, a spirit of cooperation born out of necessity. In times of need, the community comes together, each person contributing what they can to help their neighbors. Neighbors help neighbors, sharing resources and lending a hand whenever needed. This mutual support system is the backbone of their way of life. It's a place where people look out for one another, where everyone knows each other's names and stories. The sense of belonging is palpable, where a handshake still means something, a symbol of trust and integrity. Deals are made with a firm grip and a look in the eye, embodying a simpler, more honest way of life, where a friendly smile is a common currency. These small gestures of kindness and connection are the threads that weave the fabric of this community. Life here is not without its challenges, from unpredictable weather to the hard physical labor required to maintain their way of life. Yet these challenges are met with a quiet strength and determination, but there's a certain contentment in the simplicity of it all. The pace of life allows for reflection and appreciation of the present moment. It's a place where people find joy in the small things, in the everyday moments that might go unnoticed in a busier world, in the warmth of the sun on their faces, a simple pleasure that brings a sense of peace and well-being. In the laughter of children playing, their joy echoing through the fields and streets, a reminder of the innocence and wonder of youth. In the shared stories and traditions that bind them together. These tales, passed down through generations, are the glue that holds the community together, preserving their heritage and identity.